Today's video will be covering Rye and his antics. Rye, or born as
Wiśniewska 999-narodowościowego.
Himself is a sick man. However, every time he went to court for his misdeeds, he would always manage to convince the jury that he was not guilty. This video will cover 3 of the cases he was involved in, including the 1983 Peta v. Rye Supreme Court case, 1978 meth production and distribution charges, and the 2028 manslaughter case. Our first case is the 1983 Peta v. Rye case. Our story begins on the morning hours of October 25th, 1983, where a group of 7,000 protesters from the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals would group up in front of Rye's home-style shark fin soup cannery. Upon realizing trucks filled with live sharks could not deliver their load at the factory, Rye gave off these exact orders, which were recorded just in time over the PA speakers installed in the factory, recorded by the PETA insider Benjamin Dover. We have several reports of PETA agents and PETA supporting rioters outside. You have complete authorization to open fire with any and all firepower we have on hand. We have unlocked the armory and the warehouses containing all of our armored vehicles. Tonight will not be a pizza night, by the way. Suck it, losers. Benjamin Dover was one of the first people lost during this battle, where he was found recording the intercom announcement shortly after and shot immediately for the suspicion of corporate espionage. Afterwards, throughout the span of 7 hours, the protesters would have to endure machine gun fire, planes, helicopters, and tanks. Rye, thinking that the entire city of Paterson, New Jersey, the city the cannery was in, was on the side of the PETA protesters, decided to command his security task force to use scorched earth tactics on the city. This decision resulted in 80% of the city's population dying and the other 20% to flee and become homeless. Rye was later arrested 3 hours later by the police after the siege had ended. Unfortunately, news of the event was overshadowed by the US invasion of Grenada. His defense was that PETA was nothing but a bunch of hypocritical, self-righteous blue noses, and that the excuse for destroying the entire city of Paterson was justified due to the fact it was in New Jersey, meaning nothing of value was lost. This reason solely caused the jury to decide not guilty. Oddly enough, once Rye was deemed not guilty, everyone in the courtroom started assaulting the PETA representatives. When asked about this, Rye stated that he had given everyone in the courtroom a fair amount of silly juice mixed into their bottles right before the trial had even begun. Well, the statement right before is probably wrong because there's some evidence proving that the water bottles were even laced at the factory. Five years earlier, Rye would be arrested at his home in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which was 308 Negra Arroyo Lane, for the possession, manufacturing, and distribution of methamphetamine. Upon being brought in for questioning, he would spout out names such as Jesse, Gustavo Fring, and Hank, and would not stop saying, "Jesse, we need to cook a Jesse." And this was the same during the court case. His lawyer managed to plead insanity due to nobody with these names being able to be connected to the case, and was sentenced 3 years in Adam West Regional Insane Asylum, where he would meet Vince Gilligan to help him write the critically acclaimed show Breaking Bad, and would receive billions in royalties decades later. All of this leads to our last story about the insane fur fox Rye, of which in 2028 hit a devious lick and finessed a 44-deep bunker in the middle of Craven Moorhead in Alaska off a crypto bro during the Bitcoin crash of 2028, using only a $20 bill, since the bunker had previously been listed for 5,000 Ethereum, which had only dropped to be worth under $13. 2 weeks after the purchase, he was listening to Lose Control by Missy Elliott, causing him to lose control and kill all facility workers with his bare hands, or as his lawyer claimed, and pleaded to be not guilty because he had an unexpected lapse of judgment. The jury agreed not guilty. After his final court case, Rye had to sell off his bunker to pay off his $20 million in debts for paying off his lawyer. He sold the bunker for $15 million, but he is now working as a voice actor for an up-and-coming true crime YouTube channel. It is a reminder that this sick man is still on the run and he still seeks gainful employment. Knowing Rye, he will probably get into another controversy anytime soon. But hey, that's my opinion. This is Rye working on behalf of real true crime disturbing stories on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe.